I'm sure you've seen one of these images before. How far does this character make it in their own gauntlet? We're gonna do that, but with video games right here. I have a wheel with a bunch of video game challenges, and I'm gonna be challenging one of my friends, and we're gonna both make our own video game gauntlet. We could get really easy challenges, or we could get some really hard ones, like
Damn!
dodge though, what? Now, we each have our own wheel with some variants in between, but for the most part it's the same. So now we're gonna start filling this puppy up, and we're gonna do some spins. We're gonna do 5 games each, and we're gonna populate our gauntlet, and we're gonna see what my boy gets for his first game. You present? Oh.
I'm here, Jerry. And looking forward to see what we get here. Just a little bit of information, by the way. My name's Callum, I'm 24, I'm single, I'm looking for love.
You're gonna be looking for a while because your first one is complete an itchy game, bro, or itch.io top game.
Okay, it's no problem.
Alright, now, going on to Calcium's second game. What do you have? What's your next challenge?
Something with a fighting game. I know it. It's gotta be.
Oh.
You're not taking these off the wheel?
No, I didn't take them off the wheel. Why would I take them off the wheel? Alright, guess the anime by the characters. YouTube quiz. Moving on to the third game. What else you got? What else? What's next?
I'm telling you, it's gonna be a fighting game this time for sure. Come on, man, what is this?
Dude is getting... Oh, this one could test your luck. Download a random gacha and roll a 5-star unit / highest rarity unit. Okay.
Okay, be good at that. I've got good luck. It's something you'll learn about.
What do you have for number 4?
Apparently not good luck on these. I'm shit at this, man.
Oh yeah. Get a 5,000 score in GeoGuessr. Look at that. Bro's getting all the hard ones. I might be sitting pretty. That is your number 4.
Okay.
Number
last
5.
hurrah, last chance.
Let's see what you got. Let's see what you have here.
Give me a fighting game, bro, please. Give me the KOF one. I know it's in here. That's free.
Got any stat to S in Uma Musume Pretty Derby Dash. Okay. Alright. Now it's my turn. Okay, this one's not too hard either. Do 2 daily successful idles, and if you fail, get 5 in a row instead. So let's go! This is so free.
Nah,
this is so free. I rigged it. Complete a level in Power Wash Simulator. Let's do it. What's my third one? Oh, let's go! This is rigged. This is so rigged. This is so rigged. Mega Princess. What are you giving me? Let's go!
What are you doing? I can't believe this shit. How am I ever gonna recover from this?
This is so free, dude.
They've gotta hit you with some of the hard ones now.
I'm not gonna get any of the hard ones. Okay, what's my... Kill a hologram with dodging and weathering waves. Okay, that one... Okay, I mean... You guys already know how I play Woo-Wah, so that's gonna be free! I think. What is this? Okay, wait, this... Oh, I don't have to extract on this one. Okay, not the worst in the world. Okay, I think I'm sitting pretty, Calcium. I think I'm sitting pretty. All right, now that we've both got our challenges, it's time to see who can complete more. And if we both manage to do it, whoever does it quicker is the winner. Let's do this.
Hello everyone. So, getting along with the first step of my challenge here today is the Itch.io game. For this one I've decided to go with this game I found randomly called Anime Power Scaling Argument Simulator because, I don't know, just seemed pretty fun, looked pretty interesting, and it's a visual novel, so hopefully shouldn't take too much time depending on how long it is. I didn't actually check how long it is, but I'm sure we'll be fine. Jerry's got that dungeon challenge that should keep him there for about a day or 3. Alright, so the goal of this game is to prove that our character is strong in a fight. And for this, we've got 4 different debates lined up. And we're basically debating with the other club members and trying to prove that our character is stronger than theirs. And in between these debates, we can read our character's stories and do research on them to up their power level, or look up information about the enemy's character in order to potentially get an edge over a weakness of theirs, and then we'd be able to initiate the debate. Debating ends the day, so it's best to save that one for last. I take it this over here might be us or might be our opponent. We will see. In our first debate, we learned the opponent's character is his typical sword and fantasy character who's made to look cool in their verse, but in other worlds doesn't really have too much going on. So this clearly seems to be riffing on SAO and maybe some other various RPG mechanic having anime and manga, like Solo Leveling. Does seem more like a light novel than most manga. I tend to find this trope more often with light novels. And this first debate was pretty easy, since it stated the goal of the debate is just to win over the crowd and not necessarily win over our opponent or win the argument. So we just call him Cringe because the author of his work was so embarrassed that he ran away and hid behind the pseudonym of a high school girl. That swayed it in our favour. Why does your cringe go for minus 10,001? Okay, one debate down after 2 days, keeping good to the schedule.
Alright, now our first challenge in the gauntlet is to complete 2 daily idols. If you don't know what an idol is, it's kind of like Wordle, except with different characters. Jumping into this, I'm going to do the One Piece one. I think the best ones I could do would be One Piece, and then I'll probably try the Smashdle for Super Smash Bros. I'm going to be smashing the idols. So, guess today's One Piece character. I'm going to start off with my favorite Straw Hat. I'm going to do Sanji. Let's see. So, okay, we have some decent information here. What we could see is that they're male, the Devil Fruit, and Baratie. After the Baratie arc, lower bounty, they have no Devil Fruit. So presumably, I want to say they have no Haki. So who's someone who came after the Baratie, has no Devil Fruit? Let me try Frankie. Let me get Frankie. Oh, I should have thought about this. It said no Straw Hats. I said no Straw Hats, and I still put a straw hat on there. But now I do know for certain they have no Haki, and they are before the Water 7. So before Water 7, and after the Baratie. So let me try Arlong. Let me try Arlong. Arlong doesn't have a Devil Fruit, does he? He's not a part of the Arlong Pirates, but no Devil Fruit, no Haki. They are from the Grand Line, and it is after Arlong Park. 5,000 people already found out this character. There's no way I'm getting roadblocked on the first one. This was supposed to be easy. I was supposed to storm through this. Calm down. I know all the bounty hunters that Zoro ended up getting rid of. I forgot what it's called, the arc. It'll tell me what the arc is that she appeared in. It wasn't Whiskey Peak either! Dude! Okay, so after Whiskey Peak, Drum Island, no Devil Fruit, no bounty. I swear it has to be Chopper's dad or whatever his name is. Like Dr. like, oh man, is it like, or is it like, oh man. Oh, please. Okay. Oh man, I tried to look up Doctor. I was looking up Doctor to try and figure it out. I was looking up Doctor, but I couldn't figure it out. Dude, I forgot it was drama. It was not easy. Alright, I need to hurry up and get to the next one.
The second debate was against Maho Lily. She gained her power from an ancient tomb that held knowledge from ancient deities. So she decided to lean into a potential argument about her character, saying that she could one day become boundless, as the game lists it. However, in her series itself, she doesn't actually reach that level of power. So we're arguing potential arguments here for Maho Lily, which not usually a good angle to take when it comes to power scaling. It leads to people making very, very unfortunate template memes of you.
My back! My back! My back!
So right away, I bring up the fact that at the end of the series, Maho Lily gets hit by a car. It's surprising number of videos. The darkest magical girl anime you've never heard of. Maho Lily is just a generic magical girl anime. She does schoolgirl stuff by day and fight monsters by night. Standard stuff. At the end of the series, she is suddenly run over by a car. Okay. So it's not even like a Madoka Magica parody. It's just that she gets hit by a car at the end, which pissed her off to no end. It doesn't change the fact that Lily is car level though, or as one guy put it here, pavement level. As a counter is brought up that Lily can reincarnate, but Hiro could still just kill her regardless. We then finish things off by mentioning that Hiro's beaten a character with time manipulation. Although it does happen on a technicality, we do manage to squeeze out a win, and that's the second debate over.
So, same concept. Super Smash Brothers, it's going to be a similar concept, except it's going to be a Super Smash Brothers character. I'm going to guess, let's get Chrom going. Augmented human. Chrom counts as an augmented human, but they first appeared in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate on the 3DS, and origin date is 2012, and they weigh less than Chrom, and they weren't in a Fire Emblem game. So now I need to remember who came out in Ultimate. Ultimate had a few characters. Let me get Greninja. This Greninja count. Gender's other. The weight is correct. Oh, and Greninja is 2013. Okay. Weighs around the same as Greninja, so I want to say it's a light character. Samus was, or Zero Suit was Smash Brawl. Daisy didn't debut on the 3DS. She debuted way before. Oh man, no, Isabelle already existed Isabelle did debut in Ultimate, however. Oh! Wait, is it actually Isabelle? What? Oh, okay, stop that right there, okay.
And the third debate was regarding Metal Man, who you can think of as a kind of Superman clone. One that could destroy all of Earth, but has a weakness to this mineral called Alionite, which is basically a kryptonite clone. Though, after pointing this out, our opponent mentions how this version of the character doesn't have that weakness. We start out by mentioning that Hiro has a super form, but it doesn't sway anything in our favour just yet. I try to go in for the kill and mention a crossover series where Hiro manages to beat Metal Man. However, it's then revealed that this guy fabricated the wiki because he's the head mod of it. Someone was even commenting on the wiki pointing out how this is all wrong, but he kept deleting the comments. So unfortunately, we fall for the guy's trap and end up losing this debate. However, as per the rules, we just need to complete the game, not win every argument. How did he get lowballed to... how did he get highballed to fucking low cosmic? Well, he's just a Superman XP. It's ridiculous. We gotta research more. That's unfortunate. We're not gonna have any time to beat Goro. I don't think we can do this, actually.
And with that, I was able to complete my first challenge, guessing my One Piece character, which is Dr. Luke, and then guessing my Smash Bros. Character, which is Isabelle. Now, the thing for Calcium is he's playing a visual novel, and that just means it's time-consuming, but it's not necessarily hard, so there's no issue there. But that does mean I was able to move into my next ones. My next one being complete a level in Power Wash Simulator. This one, as well as you would expect, the train was dirty, and then I cleaned it. So, like, yeah, I mean, here's like some footage of me blasting the train with some water, I guess. Sucking on the bright side of me. Oh, right here, I gotta get that little, like... And with that, my second one was done. And I had a really easy third one, so here it is. Alright, the next one is pretty free. Make a purchase, an in-game with in-game currency. My game of choice is going to be Cookie Clicker. There. Done. I made a purchase. 15 cookies. So not only did I get my second one done, I immediately got my third one done. But my fourth and fifth one would be the time-consuming ones. Which, of course, is going to let Calcium get some time to catch up. But we'll see if he can really manifest that. Let's see how he's doing right now anyway.
Are you joking? You can't do that. That's just fanfic at that point. That's bullshit. If you're wondering, yes, every single person that's ever seen you do anything embarrassing remembers it. The world does, in fact, revolve around you. but only in ways that are bad and make you feel bad. When you lay awake at night stressing over it, they lay awake laughing about it. When you think about what you could have done differently, they think about how they could have made the situation worse for you. Pain and suffering forever. However, with that having been said, we did end up completing the game, even if not the perfect ending, since our time is up, and that means that I'm running away from my first piece of the challenge with, I think, a pretty decent time considering what I expected. Alright, so my second challenge was to complete a YouTube anime quiz. Basically, a series pops up, and then I have to guess what anime the scene is from. And at first there were some pretty easy ones. And that's Dragon Ball, I take it? Yep, okay. Naruto. That's One Piece, obviously. Oh, that's Attack on Titan. That's Jujutsu Kaisen. Good thing I got that one. Ooh, that's Tokyo Ghoul? Death Note. Although I will admit, later on, the creator of this video started to pull out some really obscure stuff on me, so I started to lose steam. Oh, haven't I 100% seen that one? I have 100% not seen that. I haven't seen this either. What the hell is that? Kaiba. That's really weird looking. I feel like I should probably know this one. Nope, never mind. Okay, he actually does have obscure as hell an anime for this. This is only hard. Casshern Sins? In order to pass though, I only need to get half right, and I ended up getting 24 out of 40, so that was my second challenge complete.
Now, this was the part of the challenge where things had the potential to go either way. My fourth challenge and Calcium's third challenge both could take us at minimum 10 minutes to at max several days. And then we both had more time consuming ones on the way, so this is where time really began to matter. Now, heading into my fourth challenge, it was to kill a hologram with Donjin, specifically a level 6 hologram. Now, for those of you who are unaware, that just meant I had to kill a really hard boss with this character specifically. Now, the reason this was a challenge is because when this character uses their skill, their HP drops as well. The way her kit works is she gets a bunch of self buffs, she has self-healing, she has things like that, so typically people will run her on a team by herself, which wasn't all that difficult from how I play the game, so I was in my element. Now, after choosing the boss I would fight, the immediate issue became I didn't have level 6 unlocked. This is typically achieved by completing all previous difficulties, so that meant I'd have to kill this thing at least 5 times first before I could truly start my challenge. Going through it, difficulties 1, 2, 3, and even 4 weren't all that notable. However, on difficulty 5, I started to run into an issue. My biggest source of damage was coming from my meter at the bottom, though this was a multi-hit followed by a twin slash at the end. And the issue was the cast time. If I used it at the wrong time, the boss would just fly away and I'd miss out on a lot of damage, or it just might attack me in the middle of my attack and I'd die. In tandem with this, my Echo skill was another multi-hit, which meant I'd probably just fall into another one of his attacks. So I had to change my approach, learn its attack pattern, know when I could truly counterattack, and after making those adjustments, I was able to clear difficulty 5. Truthfully though, I was barely able to clear difficulty 5, so after one try on difficulty 6, I had to get serious. Let's do it! Remember, even the toughest of storms can't stop the sun from shining again. Now, get ready for the best wuthering waves of your goddamn life. Difficulty 6 was another issue, that being a DPS check. These challenges were timed, so if I wasn't pumping out enough damage, I'd fill to the timer. I was barely able to clear difficulty 5, so that meant I needed to play perfectly. I couldn't miss a single use of my forte gauge, I needed to use my ultimate as soon as it was up, and of course I needed to avoid getting hit. I started to think maybe I should upgrade my Donjin from level 1. I mean, the extra points to attack and the extra damage from her skills would surely be enough to let me kill it.
That's a loser's thing!
Fight back!
I am the master of Dawn's first breath and the keeper of Twilight's sigh. Please refer to me as the Guild Master. Oh, what have I done to that poor, helpless, defenseless creature? Oh my, oh my, what have I done? I've eradicated it. Now, for everyone who may be doubting my capability, my prowess, take a look at this. Difficulty 6, level 90. I'm going to proceed to show character, Donjin, level 1! And then we're going to move over to here. Skills, level 1! All of them! Who could have done it? Who else but me? Oh. So yeah, I managed to clear it with her being level 1, which wasn't a part of the challenge at all, but I thought it'd be cooler to do it while she's level 1 with no skills, so I went for it. And with that being said, that was me clearing out my 4th challenge, which means I have 1 more to go.
Entering the third part of my challenge, I had to roll one of the highest rarity units in a gacha game that I hadn't played before. And normally this is a 5-star or an SSR, which stands for super, super rare or something like that, depending on whichever game you play, but my choice is Blue Archive, which means I'd have to roll a 3-star unit, because that's the highest one they have. If you're unfamiliar with gacha games, think of it like trying to get the best item out of a loot box or a loot drop from an enemy.
Tiger strikes is good!
And after getting through the tutorial section of the game, we're given enough currency for 2 pulls and also a 10 pull ticket, which just allows me to skip the currency and immediately roll the banner 10 times. Yes, okay, great. Pyroxenes. In the best case scenario, this means I'd be able to immediately finish the challenge here, get my unit, and then be in and out in 10 minutes. Let's go with Atsuko. Come on, purple. That is blue. Okay. So, first free multi, we did not get it. Unfortunate. But we're going to get it this time, and this is going to be a 30-minute challenge. Damn it. Okay, nope, I've still got another one. Come on, baby, here we go. First 3 multis are 5-star, 3-star. God damn it. Unfortunately, this wasn't the best case scenario, so that meant I'd actually have to play the game. Okay, be good at that. I've got good luck, something you'll learn about. Playing the game wasn't bad at all. It's not really my style of game with a focus on team building and tactical aspects, rather than what I prefer, which is more frenetic and involved combat systems. Now, partway through the game, I ended up getting a daily reset, which meant I could get more login rewards, but that ended up kicking me out of the level I was playing at the time and losing my rewards for that. Oh, it looks like reset for this game is at 8 PM UK time. Login rewards are good, actually, and that's... Yep, continue the battle. I didn't plan it out this way, but putting it close to reset was good for login bonus reasons. If I actually timed it, I would have had it so that I wasn't in a battle when that started. The worst part was the daily login didn't even give me any currency, so I lost time on the level. This wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't for the fact that I ended up accidentally killing a boss too early before I could wipe another one of the teams on there, meaning that I had to actually redo the level, which was a big time waste. Nevertheless, I did wind up getting my 4th multi. Excuse me. Oh, God. Bit of sneeze. Joe, cut that out. Don't leave in my sneeze. Okay, come on, purple. Damn! Okay. I do not care. My apologies. I might be rude, but... And then my 5th multi. And a 6th multi. Good luck. At this point, I was starting to get pretty desperate as my luck was failing me, so I decided to take a look at the rates. The worst possible situation would mean that I'd have to do 20 multis, and I was barely a quarter of the way there, so it wasn't really looking too good. Luckily, however, my next pull on the 7th, I managed to close it out and get a 5-star unit, bringing my Blue Archive challenge to a close. So, my 4th challenge of the run, which I hope you know I tried to reroll. So for this one, I had to get a 5,000 score in GeoGuessr, which was basically a perfect score.
Would you want one reroll for any of them?
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, he'll take a reroll. Okay, what are you rerolling?
Reroll me the GeoGuessr.
Oh, he does not want a 5,000 score in GeoGuessr. We're re-rolling it. It could be something worse. It could be something better. But you're getting... yeah. All right. Gonna fuck score in GeoGuessr. Let's do it.
This is unfortunate. Who'd I anger? And I started off with GeoGuessr, but then I realized that I would actually have to pay if I wanted more than a few attempts at the daily quiz. So I did the daily tries, and then when I didn't manage to get the 5,000, I began to sail the 7 seas. No! And used an alternative site, which is basically the same thing as GeoGuessr, but free. Quickly, I ran into an issue, that being that I completely suck at geography, which wasn't good for a time sense. I could get this one on the first try, or be here for hours. It was entirely possible I might not even be able to finish it. Now, when recording this, I didn't realize that my mic was muted, which meant I did a massive amount of talking to myself, but what can you do about it? My first few guesses were not the greatest. There was actually a moment I ended up guessing Arkansas when I actually meant Alabama. So there was a chance I could have ended this significantly earlier, but sadly, that wasn't the case. Now, since this site didn't have the same rating system as GeoGuessr, it wasn't exactly a 5,000 score, but the referee, Jerry, said it was fine. The challenge was to basically get a really good guess, and with the way I was moving, we could have been there for hours. I had to fire off a bunch of guesses, some closer than others, some on the other side of the planet, but anyway, things finally flipped into my favour at the end. See, this is the part where I'd show my reaction of me geeking out when I finally got the right answer, which here was LA, but since my mic was muted, here's a clip of some silence. Though with that, the finish line was in sight, and all I had left was my last challenge.
Is there a super order going on? Incoming message. The bug's going on. What's the... Normally I like to fight the bots, but because of the super order being here with the bugs, I mean, you know, we gotta help out. We gotta help out where we can. Oh man. What the hell are these rovers frickin' sniping them out the sky for me? Deliver a nuke to the nurseries. Wherever this nursery is, I'm running straight for it. Oh, I've drill. Oh my god, don't tell me I need to defend the drill while I... Oh god! Oh, I'm griefing, and I only have 3 respawns? Hold on, I'm griefing. Oh no. Me and this random hell diver are stuck in a corner, man. Not in the corner, man. Not in the corner, man! You took up the whole space. Bugs in the city is not good, man. Are you serious? Oh, man. Oh, the game doesn't even know what I died by.
Now, for my final challenge, I'm sure you've seen the ads, or the memes. If you're unaware of Uma Musume, it's a roguelite game where you train your horses and then run them through races. And yes, you'll notice there I did say roguelite and not roguelike. The reasoning behind that being that the term roguelike has been massively overused to describe an entire genre of games for which it is no longer accurate. You may not know this, but there is a game called Rogue. It's from the 90s. It was a dungeon crawling, procedurally generated computer game that had these very specific set of rules that no other game at the time had, which included permanent death of a character, procedural unlocks, and generation of the map, as I mentioned. Any game without those core elements, like Rogue, is not a roguelike. It just takes elements from Rogue. It's like when Doom first came out, and then every single shooter that came out after it was called a Doom clone. Even though it wasn't the first shooter, but that's besides the point. People started to realise that that was a less accurate term, and they invented the term first-person shooter. This is where we're at in the crossroads right now, where we're realising it's not called a roguelike, it should be a roguelite. The same goes for Souls games, but I think I've already bogged this video down enough, and Jerry might get angry at me.
What the hell? What the? Alright, yeah, I died on the first one. But it's fine, we're here, we're here, we're ready. Alright, essentially for this mission, we need to fill up this ship with oil. But before we could do that, we have 2 secondary objectives, which is to repair these oil pipes. This is done by clicking a few buttons on the monitor and then turning the valves, and then we're good to go. An immediate issue happened, however, was when I spawned in next to 2 bug spawners. Dude, it just dropped down, man. Oh, I can't get that flamethrower. You know what? This doesn't matter. Because this isn't even the objective anyway. I just happen to be dying, like, over there. I need to get the oil. That's what matters. Bro, I mag dumped him to him and I tried to hit the stimulus check and it wasn't working. The barrage is hitting everything but the damn trees, bro. Maybe it'll finally get the oil thing started. When going for the pipes, I had to clear valves 1A, 1B, and 2B. If you're wondering where pipe 2A is...
There is no next turn!
Yeah, I spent quite a lot of time looking for it. No, I mean a lot of time looking for it. I couldn't find it. It was driving me insane. Now the issue is, since I couldn't find that last valve, I kept bouncing between the sites because bugs kept coming at wave after wave, but eventually I figured out I just needed to click the monitor and there was no 4th valve. Dude, I legit cannot, bro. Where could it be? Valve 1, Valve 2, 2A, 2B, 1A, where's 2A, bro? And it looks like it connects to here. This pipe goes to nowhere. There's some gunk I'm not seeing hiding it. Would it be on this side or something? No, the bugs are back, bro. Are you serious right now, dude? This can't be. Now the main issue was I was getting to the main objective with only 7 minutes left. Bro, I just got fingers crossed. 7 minutes, I think I should be able to do it. With perfect RNG, I should be able to do it. I don't need to extract, but I will try to.
Challenge 5 of the challenge wheel, and for this one I have to raise any Uma's stats, single stat, to S rank in Uma Musume Pretty Derby. And I've decided to go with Sakurabashin O for this. As you go through career mode, mostly you just select the stat you want to train and just keep training it. Each step along the career you have a goal to achieve, which can be to complete a race, or gain a certain number of fans, or just wait a while. Since we're upgrading our stats, there's really no conflict there. Now, the Sakurabashin O strat is simple, just train speed and... wait, I think I already explained this in the video. The main value in the Sakurabashin O speed and whip training strategy is that you essentially never have to rest, because you raise your skill and then, you raise your speed, and then when you don't have the option to raise your speed because it's got too high of a failure rate, you go and raise your whip, which then gives you more stamina back. Then you go and raise your speed, things like that. It means that you only ever have to rest very, very rarely compared to the rest of the cast who have to do it a lot more often, and it's a lot more disruptive. Obviously, the strategy isn't perfect, because when it comes to competitive races, or like the team battles and things, going with a wit strategy will not make your Uma any better than the competition. When training for a stat, certain Uma's cards that you selected will also appear on that stat to train it, as seen at the top right. The more Umas that are there, the better. Here we ended up getting a moment where everybody was training wit, which helps a lot with advancing the stat. We might wind up taking that... oh, there we go, that's beautiful. I finished pretty quickly when I got a triple friendship training on speed. Satisfying, but a little anticlimactic, so I decided to keep going. On long races and things like that, oh my god, no way. I really don't need to, but I'm going to. Okay, GG, close challenge. Ultimately, I finished with a double S+ in speed and an S+ in wit, bringing my final challenge to a close and leaving me feeling pretty confident.
Why is there 2 of them though? There's 1 valve that's blocked. 1A. 1A! Things are close, holy. All this mayhem and I still can't find the valve. Do I need to connect it for you? Oh, you got it. Okay. Damn it! And with that, we were technically done with our challenge, but I wanted to extract anyway, so I went for it still. We got this. We have to have this, man. Man, this has me stressing right now. 2 minutes 30 seconds to get over there. Tremors detected. Are you serious? Pelican 1, we gotta get out of here, bro. Pelican 1, let's get it, bro. Look at that. We didn't need to do the extraction, but it was a cherry on top. Alright, man. And that was our final one. Complete A level in Helldivers. And hey, now that both our challenges are done, I think it's time we come back together and reconvene and take a look at how long we both took. Alright, now both of us are done with our challenges and we've reconvened so we could, like, you know, take a look at how much time we took. Calcium, how you feeling, buddy?
You know, I can't lie. A few of them did take me longer than I'd expected. That Blue Archive one really ran me into the dirt. I thought my luck was better than that. Guess I found out the hard way. But to be honest with you, overall, I think I'm pretty confident about it.
Yeah, the Blue Archive one, that one did have like the potential to take several days. So, you know, we'll see what's up. Alright, so before I tell you how long it took and the times, I want you to do me a favor. Can you open a search engine of your choice?
Okay.
Can you look up how long does it take to complete a level in Power Wash Simulator?
It's that doesn't. About 1 hour 30 minutes to 2 hours, it says. That's what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, so by the time you started your Blue Archive, so like so the Power Wash Simulator took me over 2 hours to complete a level because I didn't know you had to be pixel perfect with it. So what ended up happening was I spent like 30 minutes at the end when the train was at 99%. And I spent like 30 minutes looking for the last like droplet of dirt. And this crank rod and this driving wheel, like what more do you want from me? The crank rod is done, but what's a crossband? Please, please. To clean off, I needed a single pixel of dirt. I couldn't get rid of it. It took me an extra 30 minutes to clear it out. So by the time it took you to do your first 3 challenges, I was actually still lingering on my second challenge. So you completed the visual novel, the YouTube quiz, and started your Blue Archive challenge while I was still in my Power Wash Simulator game, because I didn't know it would take that long, dude. I thought it would be easy. It took me like over 2 hours, man.
I can't believe that. I thought Power Wash was going to be like, I don't know, 30 minutes max. I've never played that game. It didn't look time consuming, but I guess it is. Damn, that's unfortunate.
That was my first time playing it too. It was free on PlayStation. I stole it. That was the first level I did, bro. I didn't know. Oh my god. Okay, yeah. And now knowing that, I'm pretty sure you feel very confident about your times now because going into it, they get you the total time. Calcium, his total was 4 hours, 22 minutes, 53 seconds, and 17 milliseconds.
Okay.
My total is 20 hours, 53 minutes, and 36 seconds, and 28 milliseconds. It took me a very long time to do the dungeon challenge. I had to do it across several sittings. You know, even I could have probably done it like instantly quicker if I leveled her up, because I got to level 1. It took a lot of tries that I had to spread out across a week. I had to spread it out across a week to do that. So it was, I got destroyed.
Shit, and you know what? I thought I was taking more time than necessary by running out, getting another stat up on Uma Musume, and then deliberating on that visual novel. But turns out, even with the Blue Archive trying its best to kill me in my time, I could have taken 5 times as long on the whole thing, and just about eked out a win anyway.
Yeah, even if it wasn't for the dungeon challenge, I'm pretty sure with just the Power Wash and Helldivers, that would have been pretty close as is. Now, yeah, so at the beginning we didn't say any formal punishments or anything like that because, you know, if you want to say what you got for winning or what my punishment is, you could go ahead now and...
Indeed, I would be delighted, Jerry. You see, this whole little bit of lore, this whole thing came about because I said, or Jerry said, I can't remember exactly who, wouldn't it be funny if we had to, like, do something we didn't want to do? What if we had, like, a challenge and we failed and there was a punishment? And I immediately knew the perfect punishment for Jerry. See, Jerry's a big fan of Wuthering Waves, as am I, but Jerry, as he mentioned in his Wuthering Waves segment, he primarily plays the game just with Solo Rover. His punishment is that he has to transform his Solo Rover from male to female for a month, while still keeping up with the game. You'll be talking through this?
Yeah, whatever, dude. Say whatever you want, man. Go f*** yourself.
I'm just saying, it's RNG. Next month, or whenever we do another one of these, it could very easily be me. Oh.
Let's talk about this, bro. Do I have to?
Yes, you do, dude. That's what the challenge is.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, bro.
What?
You would have mercilessly made me put on some cringe.
Whatever, man! Fine! Fine, bro! I would have made you put the Koji profile picture with the damn blurred on the eyes, man! Yeah!
So you see why this is fair then, right?
No! I don't see! I should have rerolled the damn dungeon challenge when I had the chance. And locked me out of the game! Whatever, man.
I think you're a whole new guy. Look at that! That's what I see every time I log in. I don't know what the problem
This
is.
game sucks. This game sucks, bro.
It's hey, try her out a little bit, bro. You know she is genuinely. She plays a little different to Male Rover.
Oh my god, bro.
Yo, I hope you do some story event in the next week. And
I am glad that 2.0 is basically over, bro. I'm glad 2.0 is basically over because if I had to like go through a quest with this.
She's fine. She does a good job.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine.
No.
Yeah, time to be a more Teffy, man. I have experimented away. Let's do this another way. If you made it this far, thank you so much. And if times are getting too hard, please try one more time. Or if you're a masochist, I hope she does all kinds of crazy things to you in a Wendy's back alley. See ya.